Pokemon Pocket has delivered, and we have a new shiny set, and it goes hard. Today, we're gonna have a deep dive on all the cards that were showcased in the trailer and come at it at a competitive perspective and see how these skills can be utilized in game. Shining Revelry has arrived. Oh, look how beautiful it is. Oh, I love shiny Pokemon. So the first Pokemon that was showcased in the trailer is the shiny Charizard EX, and we have his first skill as Stoke. Take 3 fire energy from your energy zone and attach it to this Pokemon. You might think at first glance this might be broken. Let me tell you why it's not broken. There's 2 scenarios that this could go down that I've thought of. The first one is you have your Charmander, you have your Charmeleon, and you just don't pull them from your deck, so you have to like wait until like late game for them to actually come online. So you're trying to find your Pokemon in the deck. At that time, rounds are going by, you're already accumulating energies that you can be ramping up on your Charmeleon, and so like when the time comes, your Charizard is probably going to be already ramped up and all buffed up with energies that you don't even have to utilize his first skill, Stoke, to get the 3 energy. So that's one kind of balances out that this skill is not that broken. The other scenario is you do get your Charizard online quick enough using like Pokemon communication, or you just got a good RNG lucky hand. So you get them out really fast. You still have to risk that turn of using Stoke to get the 3 energy. You're going to tank some damage. If your opponent's already stacking up, you're going to tank a hit. So you're not going to be coming into the active spot with 150 damage plus 180 HP unless all the planets line up. Worst case scenario, you're not going to get that lucky where you are going to be coming in at 150 with a healthy Charizard. That's what I'm thinking. That's where I'm imagining the scenario is going to be in like a competitive setting. You're going to have your opponent already ready to go, doing some early aggression, and so 150 is still kind of low on the damage. It's not going to one-shot everyone, and you're going to be tanking a hit if you don't have anything to heal your Charizard, like potions, or maybe throwing in water energy for fun and using Irida to get your Charizard back up to 180. So those are the 2 things that crossed my mind for why Stoke doesn't look as broken as it reads. You know, 3 energy is a lot, but consider like all the scenarios that could go down in a competitive battle. All right, Lucario, Lululemon Cario. He has 150 HP. He comes with a 1 ability at Aura Sphere at 100 damage. This attack also does 30 damage to one of your opponent's benched Pokemon. This is a solid move because you still get a decent amount of damage plus the 30 hitting 2 things on the field. First thing that's coming to my mind is combining this Lucario with the other Lucario that increases fighting type Pokemon damage to plus 20. Essentially, you're going to be doing 150 damage in total with this Lucario, which is nice. You can probably do some double knockouts. The next mons that were showcased were Wiglet, Pachirisu, and Varoom. So we got Wiglet. Wiglet has 60 HP, Spring Out with 1 water energy. One of your opponent's Pokemon is chosen at random. Do 30 damage to it. Wiglet's not going to be too bad. It's going to be fun to see how we utilize Wiglet in this. The RNG isn't the best because you want to be, if you want the most consistency, you want to be able to choose exactly who takes damage. You want to be in control of where your damage is allocated. But I do see some fun opportunities where the RNG could be just super hype. Oh, Pachirisu. 18 trainer Pachirisu is so good. But let's see what this guy has to offer. We have Plasma, 1 energy. A lot of these have 1 energy, which is nice. I always love a deck with 1 energy cost. Take an electric energy from your energy zone and attach it to one of your benched Pokemon. This is really nice. It's like having a Dawn, electric Dawn in a way, throwing the energy around. I like it. I really do see this card having a competitive zest to electric decks. And it's a cute little card. Very cute. Oh, so cute. Always nice to see more steel type Pokemon. Varoom, 1 energy, headbutt, 10 damage. Nothing too crazy here. Just very straightforward. That's what you get. Let's move on. Another full art. Looking very nice. We have Tatsugiri, and ability is Retreat Directive. Your active Dondozo has no retreat cost. Once we see the evolution of Dondozo and see like what abilities and skills that evolution has, then we'll see like maybe this card, these two cards will work really well together with the 0 retreat cost. We got the fan favorite little grass kitten Sprigatito with the cry for help, 1 grass energy. Put 1 random grass Pokemon from your deck into your hand. That is actually really good. If you have this card in the active spot, you're just running a deck with this evolution line. It's kind of like a Caterpie, finding a random random grass Pokemon from the deck and throwing it in there. You'll find your stage 1 and your stage 2 super quick. Oh, Pinsir. Guillotine Rush. 3 energy, 1 grass, 2 colorless, 50 plus. Flip a coin until you get tails. This attack does 40 more damage for each heads. Pokemon Pocket, you do Pinsir dirty. All these flip coins are not going to be consistent. I don't see this being that great. Unless you want to just have fun, throw this in with some RNG. When this card flew across the screen, I was so stoked. Seeing red, oh, in all his glory. Oh my gosh, we are getting red as a supporter. During this turn, attacks used by your Pokemon do plus 20 damage to your opponent's active Pokemon EX. EX. That's a very important little detail right there. Only plus 20 to your Pokemon that are EX. So it's kind of like a Giovanni, only to the EX Pokemon, which is nice because everyone's going to be running like basic EX Pokemon in competitive and ranked mode, and doing that extra 20 damage is going to be crucial. You might be saying hasta la vista, baby, to Giovanni and throwing in red. Yeah, or have both. I can't wait to see red as his full art trainer 2-star. Why can't we have shiny trainers? Okay, I'm rambling too much. Next card. Our second supporter, Ayano with the black and yellow. Each player shuffles the cards in their hand into their deck, then draws that many cards. This could be a very powerful early game because have your RNG your first hand and you have nothing in there. You can't even throw a second Pokemon onto the bench to like save yourself from like being one-turned. Like in Magic, you got a mulligan and you just get a whole brand new set of hands, or a whole new hand to play around with if your first one is just awful. And then the balancing part for this card is that it also shuffles the opponent's hand, which kind of might give the opponent some better cards too if their hand is breaking. At the very end of the trailer, like a Marvel movie, we got a little sneak peek of some extra EX cards. We got Tinkaton EX. Actually, I don't think I've ever seen this Pokemon. I might be out of the loop, but this one is new for me. 3 energy, another steel type, which is great. Terrific Thumping, 80 plus. Flip a coin. If heads, this attack does 80 more damage. Not bad. Some high scaling damage output for a 50-50 chance, and you still do 80 damage. Kind of like a Kingler. Whoa. Actually, I like it. If you can do for sure damage, even if it's a coin flip, that makes the card just that much better. We got our other Charizard EX. The same one as the shiny, but just the normal Charizard, which is looking pretty cool too. A different angle. I like to say it's like when you take photos of your pet companions. All the photos might look similar to the naked eye. Your trained eye will be like, that's different. Another Giratina EX. Ability, Broken Space Bellow. Once during your turn, you may take an psychic energy from your energy zone and attach it to this Pokemon. If you use this ability, your turn ends. Oh, why does Pokemon Pocket just hate Giratina so much? If you can't use this ability and attack at the same time. Wow. It's not too bad, because like if you use this ability to ramp up your Giratina, you're not going to be able to attack anyways until you actually have 4 energies. So you can use this ability 1, 2, 3 times and then just get an energy from your energy zone and attack on the next turn. But it's still really high energy cost and then 130. Well, but it's cool to see a new ability like this. Cool to see just more abilities. Ooh, new Pikachu. Thunderbolt. Discard all energy from this Pokemon. Oh, it's one of those. It was kind of like Raichu, but without having to evolve into Raichu. And 150. Does Raichu do 150? I just looked it up. This Raichu does 140, and this Pikachu does 150. Wow. You don't even need Raichu anymore. You don't have to evolve into any stage 1. You can just stay at Pikachu basic. That's crazy. Oh my god, that's gonna be fun. Damn, Pikachu. They love Pikachu. I love Pikachu. I got all my Pikas here. All right, we're on to Woog Trio. 3 water energy for the 3 boys here. Pop out, throughout. One of your opponent's Pokemon is chosen at random 3 times. If each time a Pokemon was chosen, do 50 damage to it. Oh my gosh, that just clicked. That's crazy. If the same Pokemon is chosen 3 times, 50, 100, 150 damage to that one Pokemon. It's kind of like a Draco Meteor with Dragonite. Destroy distributing the damage all over? Yo, Whoop Trio, I see you, boy. You are looking good, dude. We got Lulu EX. We got the normal ones. We got the full art. Oh, we got the shiny. Now we got Lucario EX. Cool. Join us, Lucario. I don't know. Something about Clodsire is just so adorable. Ooh, I love him. He's so junk and lumpy. 2 darkness energy for a Venoshock. 60 plus. If your opponent's active Pokemon is poisoned, this attack does 60 more damage. Not bad. You compare that with like Toxicroak, maybe even Weezing. That might be a nice one. Do a little bit of Koga, switch him out. Do a solid 120 damage. This one looks like a fun card. And we got Bibarel. What about Bidoof Oof EX? 4 colorless energy. Carefree press 100 damage. Actually, ooh, combining this with our Lord and Savior, we got the 2 energy for the normal Bidoof, doing a halfity half on some EX with 80 damage, and then doing a little sneaky evolution of the Bibarel EX, clean up with 100 damage next turn. Ooh, but heals 30 damage from this Pokemon. Ooh, 160 HP. You evolve Bidoof into the Bibarel, and then you have a 1 turn to tank damage, then heal yourself for 30, and still do an extra 100 damage in the next turn. That heal gives this card a buff. Ooh, Bibarel. Oh my goodness. That is another fun card, in my opinion. That looks fun. I am digging it. Ooh, we did it. We went through all the cards. Just a quick little brief summary of first impressions of how these cards might play in like a competitive setting. There's some fire cards coming. And I'll leave you with this. Be kind, don't be nice. See ya. Bye.